I didn't have many options. After losing my job in early March and getting evicted a month later, I found myself sleeping in my car behind a rundown gas station in the outskirts of Portland. My savings were long gone, and I didn't have any family to fall back on. The few friends I had were either in worse shape than me or had moved away long ago. When I saw the Craigslist ad, it felt too good to be true. Roommate wanted $200 per month. Room included. Utilities paid. No pets. Must be quiet at night. That was it. No photos. No details. No name. Just an address and a contact number. Normally, I wouldn't even have considered something that sketchy. But after 4 nights of pissing in a Snapple bottle and praying no one broke my window, I didn't have the luxury of being picky. I texted the number. Within 10 minutes, I got a reply. Come tonight. Room is ready. No greetings. No questions. Just those 4 words. That should have been the first red flag. The house was in a forgotten part of northeast Portland, a long stretch of cracked asphalt lined with decaying Victorian houses. The address led me to a sagging 2-story home with peeling paint, boarded-up windows, and overgrown weeds strangling the porch steps. A single yellow light flickered above the front door. I knocked once. The door creaked open on its own. "Hello?" I called. No answer, but the inside was surprisingly clean. Old, sure, dusty floorboards and faded wallpaper, but no sign of rot or filth. A narrow hallway led to a stairway, and to my right, a door stood slightly ajar. A man stood behind it. "Room's upstairs," he said. His voice was low, and his face was hidden behind the door. I hesitated. Thanks. I brought some stuff in my car." Later, he opened the door wider. His skin was pale. Too pale. Almost translucent. His eyes were sunken but alert, the irises a pale gray like fogged glass. "It's late. You can settle in first." The room was small but functional. A twin bed, a dresser, and a window facing the neighbor's fence. I dropped my duffel bag and sat down. The house was quiet. Too quiet. Even with no traffic outside, there was a kind of unnatural stillness that made my skin crawl. I tried to brush it off. I had a roof over my head. That was more than I had yesterday. Still, I couldn't sleep. The silence was oppressive. Around 2 a.m., I heard something moving downstairs, soft, deliberate steps that creaked the floorboards, followed by the slow turning of the front door's knob. I didn't dare leave the room. In the morning, the man was gone. I explored the house, but there was no sign of him. No food in the fridge. No trash in the bins. The second bedroom was locked. The basement door had 3 padlocks on it. I finally found a note taped to the front door. "Don't leave your room after midnight. Ever. Don't answer the whispers." I read it 3 times before folding it into my pocket. Over the next week, I tried to normalize things. I didn't see much of the man. He only appeared at night, slipping into the house after dark and disappearing into the locked room. He never spoke more than a few words to me. I didn't even know his name. I heard things at night. Whispers beneath the floor. Scratching in the walls. Breathing outside my door. At first, I thought it was rats. Or my imagination. But the whispers, they said my name. Not loudly. Not in a scream. Just soft, insistent calls. "Michael, let us in." I started sleeping with my earbuds in. Didn't help much. One night, I cracked. It was 3:12 a.m. The whispers had been going on for nearly an hour. I sat on my bed, shaking, sweating, and finally shouted, "Shut up." Everything went silent. Then knock, knock, knock. 3 gentle knocks at my door. I froze. My heart was hammering so loud I thought it might burst. I tiptoed to the door, pressed my ear against it. Nothing. Then a voice whispered, "You invited us." The knob turned slowly. I shoved a chair under the handle and backed away. Something moved in the hallway. I could hear soft feet padding down the corridor, dragging nails against the walls. I didn't sleep that night. I confronted him the next evening. "What the hell is going on in this house?" I demanded as he walked in. He didn't look surprised. "You heard them. You knew this would happen. You didn't warn me." He shrugged. "I warned you not to answer." That's not a real warning. He looked at me, his eyes colder than before. You still have a place to sleep. Don't make it worse. I should have left, packed my things and walked into the night. But I didn't. I didn't have anywhere else to go. That night, the voices returned. Louder. This time, they weren't just whispers. I heard children laughing. I heard something scratching under my bed. I saw the shadows in my room move when nothing else did. At 4 a.m., I found blood on the inside of my window. Words written in long red smears. We see you. The next day, I went to a library with public computers and did a reverse address lookup. The house had a history. Of course it did. 7 people had lived there over the past 20 years. 4 disappeared. 2 were found dead in the woods, their faces torn off. The last tenant? A woman named Elena Cruz. She'd posted on Reddit years ago. A single post. I'm living in a house where the walls whisper at night. My roommate isn't human. I think he feeds them. If I go missing, it wasn't suicide. I didn't sleep that night either. Things escalated fast after that. The man started watching me, just standing outside my door at night. I'd see his shadow through the crack, unmoving for hours. Once, I opened the door just a little. He was inches from my face, smiling. His skin wasn't skin anymore. It shimmered slightly like it was wet. Soon, he whispered and walked away. On the 12th night, I woke up to the chair splintered across the room. The door was open, and something was inside. It wasn't him. It wasn't human. It was tall and gaunt, with limbs too long for its frame, and eyes that stretched across its entire forehead. Its mouth was just a line, until it opened and stretched downward like a tear in reality. I couldn't move, couldn't breathe. It climbed onto my bed. It leaned close, and then it whispered, in a voice I'll never forget. He promised you to us. I woke up outside, just like that. No memory of how I got there. I was lying on the lawn in the rain, shivering, covered in dirt and something sticky. The house behind me was completely dark. All the lights off. No sign of life. I left. I didn't pack. I didn't look back. I stayed in a shelter for a week. Then a friend in Seattle gave me a couch. I tried to forget. Tried to tell myself I'd imagined it. That I'd cracked under pressure, made it all up. Then last night I got a text. No number. Just a blank contact. It said, "Room is still available. We remember you." And this time, it knew my new address.